other team. Welcome back to the 513 podcast. I'm Nick Nickel, also known as Bengals Swim. I'm here alone today, but I'm here with a very special guest, undrafted free agent, Auburn wide receiver, Shedrick Jackson. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Great to have you on the team. Great to have you be able to cook any DB on a go route. Just happy to see what you can do for Cincinnati, man.
You breaking up a little bit. I'm sorry.
We'll edit that. All right, so let's get off the questions. All right, so first question I want to ask you today is why did you choose to go to Cincinnati as an undrafted free agent? And were there other teams you're thinking about? And if so, what was the deciding factor to become a Bengal?
Just seeing the Bengals' success was a big part of it. The past couple of years, they have a great quarterback, great offensive scheme with great receivers that I could just go in and learn from, and see myself having a part in this team, just helping them continue to have more success.
Yeah, man. I mean, excited to see what you can do. One of your main things fans have been talking about is your blazing speed, ran a 4.25 40-yard dash time. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I had
that is
good day.
Scary to think about.
Yeah.
But a question I have for you with that is, how do you think you can implement your speed and your athleticism into the NFL and just put it with your game in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I think that really just helps me. Going from different levels of football, like from high school to college to NFL, obviously the speed changes, but if you have speed like that, then it makes it a little bit easier to transition, to catch on faster and be able to compete with guys out there that are playing at such a high level.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's easy. It's easier to go to the NFL when you have just amazing speed, probably one of the fastest guys on the team right now. But moving on to the next question I have, how has it been working with all the wide receivers, Chase, Higgins, Boyd, even the rookies, and Jones and Andre? How's it been just working with them so far?
It's been great camaraderie, hanging out with those guys, going out to practice with them every day and just seeing the way that they work, watching what makes them special, learning from them how they maneuver in this scheme and this offense. So I'm excited to get back to work with them in training camp.
Yeah, man, best wide receiver core in the NFL by far. Best people you can learn from. But next question I have for you is how has it been being developed by Zach Taylor, Brian Callahan, and wide receivers coach Troy?
Yeah, I mean, they've helped me a lot just from these short couple of weeks or a month we were in OTAs, just seeing their attention to detail, what they want each play, and how to execute it and why we're executing it. So it's been great in that way, and I hope we keep it going to training camp.
Yeah, man. I mean, Zach and Brian, highly classified coaches, so learning from some of the best minds in the game. So next question is more Auburn related. Have you ever, has there been any beef yet with any of the Bama guys? Jordan, Jalen, Jonah? Any beef yet, or is that waiting until training camp?
Trying with it all the time. Me, Moody, JB, just going back and forth, War Eagle Roll Tide, that type of stuff. So playing them the past couple of years, didn't always get the results we wanted, but
yeah,
it's fun competition in the locker room now.
Have you tried to get a one-on-one with JB right now?
I have not, but I'm sure at some point in training camp it'll come up.
All right, I gotta see that. That's Bama versus Auburn right there. That's like, oh, that's gonna be funny. All right. So my next question for you is, what goals do you have for this upcoming season, whether it's making the 53 or just making the practice squad, or what specific personal goals do you have for yourself?
Always to make the 53. I want to make the roster, be able to come in there and have an impact on the team this season, and like I said, continue to help them win. Whether it's on special teams, get my reps at receiver, but at the end of the day, just go in there and get better. And if I do what I know I can do and continue to get better at it, then I'll be out there, and I feel like Cincinnati fans will see me for the season.
Yeah, man. Undrafted wide receivers recently for Cincinnati have shown what they can do, and Cincinnati has shown lots of great results in what they're given. We had one guy make the Jags 53. Kwame showed out last year. We had a guy be a starter for us in 2019. Undrafted free agent to starting wide receiver in the span of 2 months. So definitely a lot of opportunity for you, man.
For sure. I'm excited about it.
All right, so next question I have for you is going back to, I'd say it's a bit to Alvin. How does it feel with going with these a high level QB and having Bo Nix back then you trained with Cam Newton, and now you're going to Joe Burrow? How's it been working with Joe so far?
It's been great. Getting a couple reps with him, and just seeing how him and Jamar T and all those guys communicate. It just feels like he has total control of the offense. When he's out there, he's smooth. Those guys are confident, and they know what they have to get done on each play to execute. So it's been great.
Yeah, man. So how has it been working with the DB so far? Cheetah, well, not Cheetos yet, but DJ, well, both DJs, Mike, Cam, all those guys. How has it been working with them so far?
It's been great going against them. Love the competition. Those are really athletic guys, great corners and DBs. They help me with my routes and what I need to work on. If I win a rep, if they win a rep, they tell me, give me feedback on why it didn't work, stuff like that. So just making each other better and going against guys like that is always going to make you better and prepare you for future cornerbacks around the league. So,
has there been a favorite matchup you've had so far with a corner?
I wouldn't say favorite matchup because I haven't went against one person as many times as I, but Cam Taylor Britt, that's a guy I've known from, Bama boys. So I'm looking forward to going against him more. Really athletic guy, so it'll make me better.
All right. Yeah, man. I mean, Cam, DJ. And speaking of, that was my next question with DJ Turner. Do you think you could beat him in a race?
I knew it was coming. Yeah, I've got. I like me. Yeah.
All right.
I seen what he did at the combine. He had a 4.2 also. So but I still like me.
I mean, that gotta save that for training camp, man. Just
yeah,
gotta.
That'll come up at some point.
Yeah. And speaking of training camp, is there any goals you have for the preseason, whether it's just get a touchdown or have a good stat line, or just is there any specific goal you want?
Honestly, as far as stats, I haven't really been focused on that. Just focusing on, mastering my fundamentals, really just being more consistent, going out there and being a guy that I know I can be day in and day out. So, and if I do that, I know that the stats will come, the wins will come, and all that. So,
yeah, man. I mean, excited to see what you can do come August. And last question I have for you today is something I have to ask every player I have on here. How do you do in the locker room at ping pong and cornhole?
I have not got into it. I have not played a single game yet. But those guys take it serious, boy. They play it all day. When we get out of practice, they'll be in there for hours, just still playing. I'm sure at some point I'll get into it during the season or in the training camp since we're there all day. But yeah, it gets serious in the Bengals locker room.
I mean, yeah, when I ask them, it's just people saying, "Oh yeah, I hustled this guy to get a win at cornhole," and then
Yeah.
others saying, "I lost 21-3 in my
So,
first day as a."
yeah.
So I understand why you decide not to do one right now, but
You gotta be ready when you step in there.
oh,
I
yeah.
haven't played much ping pong, but I've played cornhole. Being from Bama, we play cornhole all the time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that'll probably be where I start at.
All right. Well, I think that's all I have for you today, Jackson. Thanks for coming on, and thank you for listening to 513 Podcast. Make sure to subscribe and make sure to follow Jackson here on all his social media, and make sure to watch as he hopefully balls out and makes a 53.
Oh yeah, for sure. I appreciate your time.